Happy Tuesday and welcome to Smell the Coffee with Diana Master and Glenn Norashipura. How are you doing?
I'm doing very well, babe.
You're lying. You're fighting for your life.
I'm fighting for my life, guys. This is how much I love you guys, eh?
But the good thing is we can't see that you're fighting for your life.
You can't see. I look good. So I don't look like my problems.
You don't look like your problems. You never look like your problems.
Never look like your problems, guys. You might be there like, yo, guys, you don't know what I'm going through.
But
I'm slaying.
You're slaying. You should never look like your problems. So this morning I was making a joke, not even a joke. I said, I used to be so organized. I used to pick out my outfit the night before, wake up 2 hours before to do my face. And then somebody said, how can you be organized when you're in love? Colleagues.
Distraction.
But it's a nice distraction. Okay? It's a lovely distraction. And
yeah.
You know what, guys? I think the word of the day is date a kind person. Date somebody that's kind. Date somebody that understands your love language. Oh my goodness.
No, but wait, let's put a pin in that. Okay. Right? Maybe date someone that you like who so happens to also be kind. They must have that quality, but you must
What
like
do
them.
you mean? Like,
so, there was a meme going on social media, right?
Yeah.
Or a reel actually, where they're like, me going for the men that won't put my nervous system in what?
And for the lady, perhaps a regulated nervous system.
And then the guy's texting the girl and he's like, good morning, beautiful. It's a beautiful day. Yes. So I don't know if we...
The thing is, okay.
Do we want a nice guy?
Nice guys finish last.
Yeah.
Nice guys. The problem with a nice guy is I've realized a lot of us actually like the toxicity. We like the push-pull dynamic, unfortunately. So when you get into a healthy relationship, you kind of find it boring because like, ugh.
Not me though. I actually like somebody who's good.
And somebody said to me, a healthy relationship is, like a toxic relationship is easy because you guys can just be like, you know what, I'm not talking to you, Glenn, today. I'm also not talking to you.
Yes.
Whereas with a healthy relationship, it's harder because you guys actually have to talk about things.
You have to work through things.
You have to work through things. You have to do the work. You can't just be like, but Glenn, this is how I am. You know, because then Glenn is like, no, but Diana, if I want this to work, then you can't be like that. Now I have to go work on myself.
Is that why we are drawn to toxic relationships? Because that means I don't get to deal with my demons.
There's no accountability. Exactly.
Yes.
You don't need to deal with anything. For you, it's just like, you know what, this is who I am. Take it or leave it.
I like it.
Right? And so, you know what? Just going back to that thing that I said yesterday of, I didn't know what love was until I knew what love wasn't, right? So I went on the most amazing dates this weekend.
We have not had the end of this date.
Y'all ain't gonna rest.
We have not had
the
end
my
of
goodness.
it.
So how it started even is crazy.
Tell him your friends are dreading the second date. You know what I mean? Because he came out guns blazing.
Guns blazing. Like this man put the bar. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Right. Now the thing is, because we have been, this was the first physical date, so to speak. Yeah, I think, let me say that, because obviously he's not based here, right? But he gave me a list and said, these are the things that we can do. Take your pick.
Please, for the gentlemen out there, you heard, right?
He didn't say, oh, let's just go for dinner. And this man didn't even use the excuse of, I'm not based there, so I don't know what restaurants or whatever. This man came with the full plan and said, he gave me 6 options. He said, choose what you want to do. I chose, and I said, you know what, I want to do a French picnic. And he said, say less.
Whoever is interested in me, this is the competition, you see?
This is the standard has been set.
The standard is now, it's in the sky.
It's in the sky. And then I said, you know what, I've never done a French picnic, so I'd love to do a French picnic. And then he said, okay, cool, let's go for a hike, and then we do a picnic. He brought cheese, like different types of cheeses from France and different spreads. And then he asked, it's like, oh no, do you like sparkling champagne? Sparkling wine, sorry. And I said, I haven't really had good sparkling wine. And then he said, don't worry about it. I'll bring you good sparkling wine from France. He brought the sparkling wine from France. He brought chocolates. He brought spreads and cheeses from France, and then set up this beautiful picnic. Oh my goodness. So we sat there and we're talking and we're having such a great time. And then we chilled, like, okay, you see, even now I'm talking. We didn't chill. We had a great, lovely time discussing, talking, all of these things. And then in the evening, we went for dinner. We went to Cape Town Fish Market. We were actually supposed to go to a wildlife sanctuary and also to Grosbarmen. There was like a whole itinerary, but then time just got away from us.
Because you guys were talking and looking in each other's eyes.
I'm imagining the and he has the most beautiful blue eyes. Like, oh my gosh, guys. I can't.
I'm just saying, now the bar is in the sky, guys.
Not only that, hey? He brought gifts. He brought gifts. Guys, this sounds like I'm making it up, ne? But
you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to post this, ne, and send it to the individuals talking to me like, you see
what other people, look at what other kids are doing. If you go on my TikTok, you'll see the cute little reel. He brought me perfume. He brought me chocolates. That was a gift. Perfume, chocolates, and this cute jumpsuit.
He brought you clothes?
Yeah, he brought me clothes. I was like, oh my goodness. And then yesterday he said, you know what, I have a confession. I withheld 2 other gifts from you, so I'll give them to you. I was like,
this is what we mean when we say we want a man to love bombers. This is what we mean.
Yes.
This is what we mean. Woo!
A man that understands your love language. Because he asked me, he said, what is your love language? And I said, receiving gifts. And he said, say less. Pa! Homeboy came through with it.
Guys, this is what we mean when we say take us out on a date and plan the date. Not this, can I come over to your place?
Or can I come get you so we go to my place? No, we go to your place to do what?
Oh,
what if I'm a thief? Have you ever stopped to think that maybe I'm a thief? You go to the bathroom.
I'm living with something.
I'm living with something. Like, have you ever stopped? You people are so brave inviting women over to your house on the first date.
Me, I'm going to steal things.
If I don't steal, what if I come stab you? If I don't come stab you, what if I'm a witch? What if I come bewitch you? No.
There's this other story that we did, you're not there, where this guy takes a girl home from the club, what have you.
Yeah.
And after they finish doing the deed, he goes to bed, he wakes up, his car is missing.
Yeah.
That's you should learn. And then she went and got into an accident with a car. She was fine, but obviously the car was not.
And she said she went to go get cigarettes.
Yeah.
Don't do these things. Also, I think be intentional. If you really want somebody, be intentional. When you ask somebody out on a date, don't ask someone out on a date and then say, so what do you want to do? Colleague, you're the one that's asking me out. Say to me, Diana, on Friday, I'm taking you out for dinner. We are going to Butcher Block.
Or what have you. Yes. And also, I like somebody who gauges, like, what would you like?
What would you like?
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I get if you ask me, like, would you prefer seafood or would you prefer whatever it is?
But actually, wait. The house date actually works.
Okay.
When he has like a personal chef. And then it's like, what would you like to have for dinner? I'll send the car over. That's so cute.
I think that's fine for like a third date.
Yeah,
for like colleagues, what if y'all murder me? I've watched too many documentaries. Guys, nah. Do you know every time I got on a date, I share my live location. I share my live location because I'm not selfish. At least I can give you guys, you guys a place to start looking for me. You understand?
Clues.
Now I'm giving you clues.
She was at this restaurant, she was where, you know what I mean?
When we went hiking, all right, and I said my live location, my friend texts me and he goes, now are you guys going around in circles? Are you guys lost?
So they were watching.
He was checking my location. He's like, you guys were going around in circles. And I was like, Chummy, We were having a good time, okay? We were enjoying
And
each
the fact
other's
that he could
company.
get you to go hiking.
Me, guys, he
Diana
finessed me
Master
into
went
going hiking. He finessed me into going hiking. This is how you know. This is how you know that Gone Girls are up and they're stuck.
And my homegirl is really gone. Let's take a look at the memes of the day because hella, we will not stop hearing this date.
Yo,
We won't,
Andres.
we won't stop hearing about this date. Let's take a look at the memes of the day. Wanna be my girlfriend? Only if World War III would start.
So
This was in 2018 when he sent that. And then he sent again another message, yo, it's 2026 and
What's she saying, ma?
what you saying?
What you saying?
World
You see,
War III.
Don't
has
say
started.
things like I'll only date you if pigs fly out of the sky. That time there's a plane and then a pig accidentally flew out of the sky. Now the person is like, yo, rather say no, never.
Never.
Yeah. I know this one Indian dude that sent a girl a message on Facebook and was like, hey, and she said, I'm 16. And then he waited until she was 18. 2 years later, he's like, yo, so I take it you're 18 now. Colleagues.
Commitment.
I like the commitment. I
Commitment.
like the tenacity, to be honest. I love just focus.
To be fair, I actually have guys like that in my inbox
Ah.
that are so committed. Every year on a particular date, they send me a text.
They hit you back. Also, stay away from people who only text you when you post nice pictures. Stay away from those people, okay? People that only text you when you post nice pictures. But another thing, if you guys break up with your people, please let us know. Because some of us have been plotting on these people. Now you're just gatekeeping. Let us know. Yo, Dan and I aren't together anymore. Because who knows how many people have been waiting to shoot their shot.
Now, this is Diana's opinion alone. I would like to
You're lying.
to remove myself
You were
from
agreeing
this.
with me last week. It's these fake people that say one thing and then when people come, they're like, me? Never. Since we're talking about World War III memes, let's take a look at some of the favorites that have been making the rounds on the socials.
Qui ne l'aimera pas plus loin que l'aurore, mais elle s'en fout, elle s'éclate quand même et lui ronronne des tonnes de je t'aime, ne la laisse pas tomber, elle est si fragile, être une femme.
Making a way through the crowd. And I need you, and I miss you, and I
Sister Bettina, all right. In the meantime, oh shit, it's happening tonight. In the place to be, human, 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 see, Lubu, Shabe, too, human, see, Lubu, Shabe, too.
What?
Where are you?
I'm at war. It's World War III, remember?
You better not talk to girls over there.
Nah, there are no girls here. If I see any, I'm gonna shoot them in the head.
Don't die there, okay?
Nah, I'm not dying today. I'm not gonna die. See?
Wow, I love you.
I love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Me and Babe.
We are a seriously unserious generation.
Yeah. But can we just appreciate how he pulled a Bruno Mars? He literally caught a grenade for her.
I know.
If
I
he
know.
wanted to,
He would.
he would.
So,
Okay.
ladies, you saw the blueprint, right? When we get into World War III and he's, drafted.
No one is ever too busy.
No one is ever too busy.
busy. This man was drafted.
I was busy shooting people. I couldn't text you back. What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do you mean you couldn't text me back? You can text me back, guys. Like, this is why I say if he wanted to, he would.
You
He'd
know the
be
one
in
that
the middle
killed
of
me?
fighting, right?
Yeah.
And then he'd be like, wait, pause, ceasefire. Babe, how are you? Oh, no, I'm not busy. What you doing?
Anything for you, beautiful.
Anything for you, beautiful. You see, if you wanted to.
Do you know the one that killed me? Where the two friends that have to play dead? I know you and I are gonna get caught
We'd be those ones.
because we'll be giggling the whole time.
And we'd be like, look at it. She's up like, Glenn.
Yeah.
We are such an unserious generation. But anyway, that does bring us to the end of this segment. We will be right back right after this. Stick around. Now let's take a look at this interview where it's Project I'm Just a Girl, and we find out how you can donate to the cause and help out the cause as well.
I'm joined in studio by a beautiful young lady who's bold, ambitious, and also very inspiring. She is the woman behind Project I Am Just a Girl. Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm okay. Good morning.
Now let's get into what inspired you to start the I Am Just a Girl project.
Yes, so basically what inspired me was the thought, it's the transition when you're stepping into womanhood, when you're finally becoming an adult and a woman. So this transition is usually so confusing. So I thought to myself, you see, most of the NGOs in Namibia prioritize learners, girls that are age 15, girls that are already in high school. Then I thought, but most girls start their periods when they're 11 and 12. So why not just bring up an initiative where we educate those girls and empower those girls, you know? And yeah, and help them just transition comfortably and not vulnerably, you know?
Okay, now for the viewers watching, let's just get into I'm Just a Girl, the project itself. What does it entail? Who stands to benefit from this?
Yes, so I Am Just a Girl prioritizes young girls, right? And the goal is to eradicate period poverty because it's real. It has been proven by statistics. It's real, it's happening, it's in the country. So we thought, why not? You know, so basically the beneficiaries are the young girls. We empower them, we educate them, and we also donate sanitary pads to them. We show them how pads are used, what pads are for, you know, and we just make them feel comfortable and just know what happens to their bodies. Like, it's not a bad thing, you know, it's normal, it's a norm. It's actually even making you unique. It makes you unique.
Wow, I love that. I love that, and a lot of girls need that.
Yeah.
That's the thing that we don't understand, that some people don't have access to pads, what have you, and it's really good that you are doing that. I know that you did mention that the young girls, ages of 11 and 15, and I understand that this is because they're in that transitional phase, and that's why it was so important for you to be inclusive of that. As the project expands, are we going to see this demographic expand, or are we keeping it to this?
Yes, so basically we have a whole schedule for outreach actually. Yes, so we do not want to disadvantage any girl, you see, or to leave out anyone. So we have phases. We have started with Commerce region. We have visited Ella Du Plessis so far in Green Leaves Primary. And last week we also visited Okahanja. So that is Ochizunjupa, right? So now we are branching out to go to Ahangwena. So the plan is basically to visit 3 schools per region. So hopefully 3 different towns in one region per month. So next month, we are going to Ahangwena region.
Now, this looks like a lot of work. Who are you working with?
Yes, so of course, I have a team. I can work alone. We have a team of about 12 individuals, and we also have volunteers. So basically, we're like maybe even 70 on that group. Yeah, so we are a lot. We are working together, and of course, sponsors as well, donors as well. So we are working together with all of the stakeholders to maintain and to keep the girl child in school.
Now, period poverty is often a silent issue. From your experience, how is it affecting girls' education and overall confidence in communities you work with?
So you see, period poverty is a thief of education. So it just slips it away like this, you see. So basically, when a girl misses 3 to 4 days of school, that is plus or minus 50 per year. These are already 50 school days missed. And now it's very hard for this young girl to catch up on her academics, which often leads to dropping out of school or just failing. And this is just because of period poverty, a crisis, a natural disaster, if I was to say. Yeah, so basically it negatively affects this young girl because they end up dropping out of school or missing out on school.
Now, the nice thing is that you mentioned that you do work with a team, and obviously you are working with sponsors and donors. How have partnership contributed to your success so far, and what more is needed from the private sector?
Yes, so for the past 2 schools that we have visited, it was our SIGU attorneys that sponsored. We are very, very grateful to our SIGU attorneys, but this isn't enough to cater for the whole country. So we are looking out for sponsors and donors to come through, the community at large, the Namibian community at large, to come through so that we keep our girl child in school. So yes, we are working hand in hand with the stakeholders. We have contacted a few private sectors. They've responded positively, but we're still waiting for them to just come through. Yeah.
Project I'm Just a Girl. Yes, I definitely wish more private sector involvement for this project. It's a much needed and necessary project, and it's really, really commendable what you and your team are doing for the community and for the girls. What challenges have you encountered, especially when you go to the more remote areas, and how were you able to overcome some of the obstacles and challenges you faced?
So challenges are a lot, but of course, where there's a will, there's a way, and this cannot serve as a barrier to saving the girl child, right? So we have challenges such as logistics. It's very hard to get a car to transport us around, especially if we are not paying for it. But yes, of course, because we needed to be there, we booked cars. Yeah, we used some of the funds for logistics. We splitted it to buying of sanitary products and now to the cars. Yes, so we book cars, and also now, and not everybody can go, right? Not every volunteer can go, and my whole team can also not go because logistics, you know, the resources are few. So with what we have, we take a few members only, and then we use the little that we have for the logistics. So that's one of the challenges. Also, reaching out to the schools, because now most of the schools don't even answer their landlines. So I have to go deep and go pull strings to just get a life skills teacher's personal number. You see, then I have to communicate to them, and then they agree, and then we come through. So yeah, so that's like the main challenges of it.
But I do see great things for the project. Now, looking ahead, what is your long-term vision for the project, and how can ordinary Namibian girls get involved in supporting the cause or getting help from the cause?
Yes, so the long-term vision is to introduce or rather implement a policy to just have pads all over the school grounds. Yes, like why do I have to go to a life skill teacher who's rarely available most of the time or has a class somewhere and I'm knocking to get a sanitary pad, right? Why is there no dispersing container where pads are kept? You see? Why is there no specific trash can where we can confidently wrap our pads after use and then we keep them there? So we want to establish a policy in the education system to provide sanitary pads, also to reduce the cost of the pads. We visited Green Leaves and we asked, do you guys have access to sanitary pads in your community? Yes, we do, but they're very expensive, miss. And I'm like, how much are they? 20 Namibian dollars. And I'm like, but I bought them for $7. You see, because these remote areas they are so expensive, sanitary products are so expensive in these areas. So the long-term vision is to establish a policy on school grounds and also to reach out to these private sectors to just reduce a little bit, yes, of their costing of the sanitary products. And the girls out there can also come through to help the initiative by donating sanitary pads or just joining us for outreach. Yeah.
I love that. I love that we can also just donate sanitary pads, what have you. And like I said, you guys are doing amazing work. I wish you all the best on your journey, and thank you for coming to Smell the Coffee and enlightening us about Project I'm Just a Girl.
Thank you so much for having me.
On that note, we have come to the end of the broadcast. Thank you for tuning in to Smell the Coffee.